Okay, students, this is Dr. Johnson. Welcome again. Let's look at problem statements. Again, you need to know how to write this, especially when you're, with your assignment, the last assignment. How do you do problem statements? The rationale behind writing problem statement is that it demonstrates the need for the study, and it justifies you conducting your own study. And it's the problem, the problem is a research problem and not just any problem between, relationship between the variables. So many people confuse the problem statement with the purpose of the study. And we're going to talk about purpose of the study in another lecture. So how do you create the problem statement? So you have a question that needs to be answered, right? So for instance, I use students reading problems and they want to incorporate reading you want to incorporate reading theater into your teaching practices, or you can use patients, that you're teaching and you want to use videos with your patients to teach them. So does using videos work better with patients that have reading problems? So to answer this, you first check to see if your students, in this case your patients, really have a reading problem at a local level. And then the way to write using our problem that we just talked about. So using this template, you can say there's a problem in the society, in the organization, in the institution, and that problem is specifically, you name the problem. Currently, you describe the current situation or what is currently being done to address that problem. And then, however, you describe the continuation of the problem and this problem impacts, you state your population, because describe the impact, right? And of course, you continue, there are many possible factors that can contribute to this problem, among which are, you list the problems. And this study will now contribute to the body of knowledge needed to address this problem by identifying the study focus that will be specified. So if you use this template, it kind of, leads you to how to write that problem. And then this is the incorrect way of writing it. As you can see, it doesn't list everything. It just talks about, the United States in general, and the many educators feel. This is, feel is not really, the word to use. You need something objective. So again, this is not the correct way to write it. Use that template as opposed to writing it just that way. Okay, so this is a good example if you use that template of how to write it. As you can see, it mentions the population, it mentions the problem, it mentions the relationship that it has and all that, and it listed, and you're using your citations. Again, feel free to use this type of template when you're talking about your problem statements. Again, I got this from the site, and again, our textbook is a great resource. Okay, thank you. See you next lecture.